Welcome back to New Horizons Racing League Division 2, round 5 here for Monaco in the wet weather. This should hopefully be an interesting one. Unfortunately, we are not joined by Connor tonight as he had to deal with some personal issues. Not sure if we'll see him next week, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Once again, I'm joined by Taze. Say hello.
Hello.
Unfortunately, next week, not next week. I mean, because I think we have the winter break next week. Well, we will have the winter break next week.
So, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas for next week, because we will not see you next week. Hope you all have a very good Christmas and Happy New Year. Well, we'll see you before New Year anyway. We won't tell you. Okay, here we go. One shot qualifying. This is going to be interesting in the wet weather. Who's going to manage to pull this lap off? Fed by Gaming in the wall already, turn 1. DB, Fred. These positions after turn 1 seem to be changing quite a little bit. It's going stagnant into turn 2. AG30 retiring. Fed by Gaming clattering the wall again.
Bradley is miles behind. He made a mistake.
Frederick has in provisional pole position at the moment. J Marsh and DB fighting for P2. Oh, Frederick has losing the back end there.
I think he got rain damage. No, he didn't. I don't think actually.
Ag had quali ban.
Frederick has DB and
J
Marsh are swapping.
AG30 had a quali ban. We forgot about that.
Oh,
yes, so AG30 will be starting from the back of the grid. Frederica's getting back up into P1, DB in P2, and J Marsh down to P3 after the chicane there, coming through the swimming pool now. That looked very.
J Marsh, DB, and Frederica's are all very close to each other, so we'll see if we can get this at the end.
It looked like there was a bit of a cut from Frederica's there. Don't know if maybe he invalidated for that, but if he did, that means coming around the final corner now. J Marsh moves back up into P2. Frederica's is going to take pole in Monaco by a good 9/10 or so.
Bradley is miles behind. He's just tiptoeing his way around this track.
Bradley Ellis in the MP, rounding up the qualifiers with P6. Rundown. Well, I'll give you the rundown in a second. Bradley crosses the line, P6. So, Frederikas gets pole in Monaco. This is going to be a very interesting race, as the whole race is going to be wet. So, rundown after qualifying. Frederikas P1 in the Sauber Junior team. J Marsh in P2. DB P3, H Collins P4, Fed by Gaming P5, Bradley Ellis P6, and AG30 P7.
Yeah, that means Frederikas will get an extra 4 points, so he's already bagged some points.
Very solid lap by Frederikas as well, looking to get the win here today.
Over half a second clear, so.
Hopefully we'll have a clean turn 1, and hopefully we'll have finishes.
Yep, exactly. Hopefully we'll have finishes. That is. In fact, hopefully we do have finishes. Yeah, I mean, obviously this will be the last action from the Div 2, but tomorrow you can catch Div 1. Or maybe, well, tomorrow Div 1 is happening, but maybe I don't think the video will be out till Saturday, so.
Yeah,
Fred Reich is now leads the championship by 2 points.
Before the new year, and tomorrow will be the last race of New Horizons before the new year. So.
Frederikas is leading the championship by 2 points apparently, or 4 points, something like that. 2 points, 4 points. In formation lap now. The two Sorry, J Marsh is in the ART, not the Sauber. The other Sauber is T Jonas, unfortunately not here today. This could be a very interesting race. Oh, Frederikas losing the back end of his car there.
It will be interesting indeed. Oh my god, I'm just watching Fair by Gaming. These two back here, Fair by Gaming, Bradley and AG, they're slowing down a lot. I don't know.
I love Marsh with a deep passion.
I feel like it's just, you know, you're being well, you know, a bit of a knobhead. I'm gonna try and keep the stream PG, so. I know. There's a bit of a gap between Bradley and Collins.
DB also in the Campos today, we forgot to mention, as Lorenzo could not make it tonight. Be interesting to see what he could do alongside AG30. Starting this race in a very strong position. On the second row of the grid, alongside H. Collins. Here we go. So coming through sector 3 now. Just trying to get that last bit of heat into the tyres before they line up on the grid. Heat in the tyres is everything on the start. At the start of races. If you don't get a good start.
I just saw that. Frederick Gaston, I'm gonna be, you know, more cold tires than him. Anyway, Frederick Gaston will line up, and we'll be getting going in any moment now.
Wait for AG30 to round up the back of the pack. One light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Frederikas getting a decent start. J Marsh not able to get the better start. DB getting the jump on J Marsh, but goes side by side, pushing J Marsh into the wall. Feared by Gaming up into P3, slotting behind the Campos. Somebody.
That might be for J Marsh. I think it was for Feared by Gaming. He might hit the back of DB. I mean, Frederikas there. He did everything perfectly. He got a brilliant start and
J Marsh also getting back up into P3. DB starting very strong in this race, diving down the inside into turn 1. AG30 also getting past Bradley there, but up into P6, hoping that he can maybe fight back in this race after last week.
Well, there is H. Collins close enough to get past his Carlin teammate.
Oh, there's some wing damage. I just seen part of wing, and I think, that is, jeez, that was very close.
And Fair Play Gaming all going over the chicane there.
Yes, not J Marsh, sorry. H. Collins picking up a lot of wing damage. He's going to have to box if he wants to keep fighting, or otherwise he's going to be like a sitting duck going through these Monaco streets.
Fortunately, I cannot see the gap between DB and Frederikas because it's just showing a green arrow. I'd say that's about 1 second, maybe like, well, it's over 1 second. Frederikas 1.8, so he's doing a very good job.
Losing the back end a bit there.
Commentator's curse near me there.
Yeah. Run down after lap 1. Frederikas leads the race, followed by DB, J Marsh, Feared by Gaming, H Collins, AG30 and Bradley Ellis rounds up the back of the pack. Frederikas' Sauber looking very unstable through quite a lot of these corners. Back end stepping out a lot in these wet and slippery conditions.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I can just see he does not look too comfortable in that car, especially on traction. Oh!
The gap's getting ever bigger. DB looking like he's closing in on Frederikas.
Frederick just looks like he's not having fun. We're not carrying the race. Oh,
that's not good from DB. Not picking up a penalty for that. Feared by Gaming, sorry. Picking up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
In fairness, DB had no I mean, the game was actually not stupid for once. There's, you know,
I did see AG30 did pass H Collins there. It was, I think it was under yellow flags because he did let him back through. So Frederick has the gap opening that gap between him and DB. DB sliding through turn 1 there.
I think everyone's done a bit of sliding through turn 1.
Going through Casino now. Bradley in the pits. Wonder if wing damage or what, but through Mirabeau.
On the back of DB. But 9/10 behind, so maybe if you make a mistake, he could be there. And Frederick has to just bolted away. He catch 3 seconds.
H Collins not actually pitting for a new front wing. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's feeling like that wing damage isn't too bad after all, and he can carry on and keep that P5 or fight for a higher position. Although not looking like that's going to be happening anytime soon, as Feared by Gaming is opening the gap between him and his teammate. 2.7 seconds now. 2.8.
DB again, he didn't get a penalty. I need to check. This is getting one, so I'll do that for myself.
AG30 getting a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Gets ahead of H Collins, but if H Collins could just stick behind him, then he will. Oh, AG30 almost clattering the wall there at swimming pool. Very close there. No DRS, this race is, the conditions are too damp. Puts the drivers at risk of crashing. Oh, H Collins hits the wall there. Don't know if he's picked up even more damage, but doesn't look like it on the outside of the car. Maybe he might be feeling it a bit in that cockpit. J Marsh, the gap between J Marsh and DB is round about 9/10 to 1 second.
I think I picked something spectacular to see him move. But obviously, Monaco being probably the hardest track to overtake him with it raining, it makes it that much harder.
J Marsh hoping to get back up into the lead of the championship, but the only way he's going to be able to do that is if he manages to catch up to Frederick or something happens to that Sauber car. First he needs to get past DB. Pretty sure DB does have a penalty, does he not? Yes, he does, because no, he doesn't. DB does not have a penalty. Oh, J Marsh kind of cutting a bit of the chicane there.
No. That's the 3rd time DB's gone.
Oh, AG30 going right over the chicane. The penalty system in that chicane doesn't seem to be working very well. As I would have felt like that would have been a penalty in an F1 car, but maybe the game thought he slowed down enough. Maybe he got a warning. I don't know. But H Collins, the gap between him and AG30 is now 4.1.
I mean, Frederick is just bowling away at this point.
Frederick's gap is getting ever bigger as these laps go on. Only 5 laps in, and he's increased that gap to about 7 seconds. H Collins now into the box. Bradley, a little bit of a tap with the wall there.
J Marsh calls up to DB because DB had another slide out of turn 1. Because anyway, it didn't come close to getting the wall, just had a little off the back end there. And that's all it takes though. I mean, well, we've seen how DB's been into that chicane, so...
Yeah, H Collins now out of the box, looking to fight back against AG30 now on those fresher wets and a new front wing. AG also having a that time penalty. Frederick going through the chicane, keeps it nice and clean.
Oh, DB hit the wall on the tour. I don't think got any wing damage.
DB going right across there. There we
go.
Now, DB gets a penalty for multiple warnings there. Going right across. This will give J Marsh. This will give J Marsh a whole heap of confidence.
I think he's done everything that so far this race, maybe apart from one. Maybe apart from 1 or 2 laps.
I think we all knew that that penalty was going to come at some point. I don't think he's got his braking zone right for the chicane yet, as of yet. Hopefully going to sort that out for the next, for the rest of this race.
Yeah.
DB also having a bit of a, what looked like a tail slide through turn 1. That gives J Marsh the chance to get back up a bit closer to that Campos. So let's do biggest winner and biggest loser. Looking like AG30 is the biggest winner currently, up 2 places, up in a P5. H Collins being the biggest loser, as Tay said, down 2 places. So not many people have lost many positions. Yellow flag, and it's Feared by Gaming. He's in the wall. AG30 up to P4 now.
J Marsh just calls right back up, and he's lost him in a bit of time, but unless DB can get his braking right action for once this time, I think he'll gain time back on him.
Feared will be very annoyed with himself.
DB's finally got it right. It's J Marsh this time who hasn't got the braking right. And his gain, I mean, it's about this, the gap's about the same as it was before. So it was actually J Marsh this time.
I think Feared by Gaming will be very disappointed with himself there, to be making that mistake into Mirabeau, putting it in the wall. Looks like he's got a bit of wing damage. He's clattered the wall again.
J Marsh is right there. Is he close enough to have a go in the turn 1?
Will he have a go?
He wants to go for a big stand. I don't think he will though. No.
All J Marsh has to do is just stick behind him until the end of the race.
Oh, he's right there. But anyway, he probably doesn't know about the sign family. Unless he's asked about it. Unless Jeff tells him mandatory. I don't think he might not know about it. Is he gonna go for Mirabeau? He's right there.
Yellow flag sector 2.
It's gone wide. He needs to be careful. Okay, now he's back on the track. So. I thought he might. Oh,
DB in the wall.
And that is his left end plate gone. That will promote AG30, his teammate, into a podium.
No, it won't. DB's not out. He's just slightly damaged. I don't know whether he's got severe wing damage or whether he's going to be able to carry on. Looks like it's quite severe on that front of that Campos. That's going to put AG30 up into the podium positions.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but if he pits, that is.
Well, he should pit.
He probably will, yeah. Yellow flag sector 2 is Bradley getting out of the way of the leaders now.
I mean, the only reason DB wouldn't pit is if he has a death wish.
AG going right over the chicane again. The gap closing between him and his teammate.
A big ball from Frederick Gas. He's gonna win this, and yep, DB pits. Oh, I thought he would.
That's going to put AG30 into the podium positions for Campos.
Feared by Gaming! Oh, nearly going into the back of his teammate there.
Almost what I did.
What, earlier in the season?
In Division 1, yeah. I almost clattered into the back of T. Jonas.
Yeah, but he wasn't your teammate, so.
No, it was not my teammate.
Oh, I mean, Feared by Gaming, he's going into the braking match because he's braking lighter than need be. And Bradley just letting people do it.
Oh, J Marsh hitting the wall there.
Yep. Oh, I thought Frederick just had him on a slide button or something.
Yeah,
would it be a battle between the two Carolins, or would it be radio or just saying, you know?
the rear end of that Sauber Junior is very twitchy for Fredricas, but
Fairway Gaming. Oh, he's just avoided the wall by a whisker there. So as we were saying earlier in the stream, Merry Christmas everyone, because this will be the last day of 2 before the new year, so
yeah.
This.
Nope, you will get what you want. Well, what you wanted. If you're watching this in the future. And maybe...
Oh, Fairboy Gaming again! He's broken late at that point, and I managed to keep us on track, but he's breaking late and Dash Kane doesn't even work him. I mean, obviously, you know, if you live in Ireland, or if you're in like a normal school, you'll be finished school probably today or tomorrow, so I'll be happy, because you don't have to go to school for like 2 weeks, so I'll be happy about that as well. It's Fairboy Gaming. Awesome.
H. Collins actually has more damage. I didn't realise, but he's actually got quite a lot of damage. Both, oh wait.
He's a damage-aholic.
Feared by Gaming is actually pitted.
Oh, Collins!
Feared by Gaming now looking to get the run up the hill, but H. Collins almost pushing him in the wall. Yellow flag sector 2, it's Bradley. He's parked it at Mirabeau.
H. Collins has no left end plate, so he'd be letting his teammate play, but he's not. Here by Game, he's gonna send it down the inside. Oh.
Let's watch this battle for a little while.
I mean, this is Collins' teammate after all. He shouldn't be the teammate.
What I've seen by Feared by Gaming, it looks like when he goes through the hairpin, he tends to get the power down a little bit too early, gets a little bit of a boost, and then has to slow down again. So I think he loses a bit of time there coming out on the exit of.
I'm liking a breaking into the chicane. Oh,
going right across. He's gonna have to slow down again.
Have AG Sir into the pits. He got wing damage. He's repairing it now. Trying not to get wing damage are J Marsh and Fredricas, and I mean Bradley's had it, so yeah, Fredricas and J Marsh are the only two people yet to get wing damage.
That is true, yes.
AG come out. He could come out. No, AG will come out in this battle.
AG didn't get damage, I don't think, because that seemed really quick for an F2 pit stop to change the wing as well. H. Collins and Feared by Gaming coming down the straight now, yellow flag sector 1. Oh, it's Bradley, he's parked it at turn 1. This is not good, and H. Collins is in the wall. And that's his front wing gone. He's going to have to pit now, he's got no choice.
Bradley needs to move. I don't know where Bradley can get out with the way here. Oh, AG certainly.
Feared by Gaming also hoping to get. Oh, he's all.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Hans.
Feared by Gaming, which looked like it was going to be very unlikely for him to be chasing down AG30, is now chasing him again.
Collins has a lot of wing damage. J Marsh stays out. He'll be out ahead of Fredricas, I think. It will be close between the 2 leaders. No, it will be out ahead of Fredricas. Let's get it wrong. Obviously, J Marsh being it.
Oh, Feared by Gaming clattering the wall there. Don't know. He's lost his end plate. Has Feared by Gaming.
Oh, AG's gone over the chicane. How is he?
Yellow flag sector 2. H. Collins is out.
I think
He's what? He's yeah.
And then he got it into the inside wall, and then that's the end of that.
I think that should be a safety car, but you know.
You know, if anyone misses their brake and they're going into a car, Feared by Gaming is slow again.
Well, they would in real life anyway, but you know, the whole getting rid of cars magically in this game.
It's raining heavier.
Feared by Gaming is actually right on the back of AG now. Even though AG is coming out of the pits, he can't get away on fresh tyres. By gaming!
Oh, they've touched! Just about keeping out of the wall is AG30.
Yeah, I mean, if AG got wing damage there, I mean...
Feared by Gaming has more wing damage, actually, from last time I saw him.
Oh, he's
Touching the wall again.
I think with the wing damage, just seems to have no brakes on that car. How long? It's about 20 seconds for pistol burn here, and where DB is 30 seconds off of JMash. So JMash will still be comfortable in P2.
Well, 20 seconds, but if you need to change your wing, then that's like... Frederikas is also closing quite fast on J-Marsh on those fresher wets. Looking like he might even try and get the move done before J-Marsh actually pits. So it could be quite interesting. Feared by Gaming losing quite a bit of time through the chicane by the looks of it. Hitting the wall again.
Like
Yellow flag sector 2, and it's Bradley letting the leader. No, he's letting the leaders through for I think the 4th time now.
I can check. Second ball.
Frederikas less than a second behind J Marsh.
I mean, Frederikas, I mean, I think what J Marsh, he might try and battle on. Oh, but it's J Marsh. I know, this is the feature race. I think you have to make a pit stop.
Yeah, oh, what an exit did Frederikas get? There's touch there.
Frederikas has gone into the wall.
Still no wing damage. I feel like Frederikas is quite fortunate. No, he didn't. I feel like he's quite fortunate not to be getting wing damage.
He may have got wing damage, it might be very tiny.
Feared by Gaming into the box. Coming out of the pits now, actually, sorry.
Is J-Marsh trying to do a no-stop? I don't think you're allowed in the situation.
Yeah, it looks like Frederikas is going to go try and go around the outside, but he's going to have to back out of that.
He doesn't need to risk it. He knows, he should know J-Marsh has to pit, so just don't go for him unless you're certain you can make it stick.
What a move by Frederikas with the switch back up the hill. Back up into the provisional lead of the race.
Barring any major bottles, he has it in the line.
Frederikas now just has to hold on for the rest of the race. As long as he doesn't, you know, make any major mistake, then he should. Yeah. He can go. He will win this race as long as he doesn't retire or make some serious mistake. Already pulling away from J Marsh by the looks of it. Gap says it's up to 1 second, but I don't think that's right now. It's 4/10. But getting the much better exits is on those fresh tyres. But going into the chicane, J Marsh getting very close, very close.
Frederikas will well, he's 2 points ahead, and yeah, so he will be having a very good day in the office.
Can you check penalties for me, please?
Can do. I'm not gonna say anything because that just spoils the race.
Fed by Gaming.
DB again.
30 seconds.
Unless Jamer has to change the wing, which I don't
Sliding
think he
around
does.
like a greasy penguin.
Sliding around like a greasy penguin, someone has just said, which is probably Connor.
Yeah, J-Marsh does not have any wing damage, so there you go, out of the box.
J-Marsh will come out in front of DB. Not by much, but he will come out ahead of him by a few seconds or so. There goes Bradley. Oh, J-Marsh is at the wall.
Jesus Christ.
That was very fortunate. He hasn't got wing damage either. Both front runners actually very fortunate that they have. Neither of them has had damage throughout this race. But J Marsh will be thanking his angels for that one, as that could have ruined his race altogether. DB about 6 seconds behind, 5.7, 5.6.
JMS is very lucky not to have wind damage.
I to love the alphabet.
But yellow flag sector 2, and it's Bradley letting the leaders by again. You've got to feel bad for him. Turns up every week for us, helps us out a lot by turning up, but obviously everybody else just seems to be always hit the wall slightly. Everybody else seems to be that extra bit faster. Frederica setting the fastest time.
I mean, Bradley is like, let me think. No, I mean, he's like that driver who's always slow, but he always he's like, I'm trying to think. He was like, for example, he's like Williams, like they were in Germany. They capitalized on Lewis' mistakes to get a point. So
yeah,
that's just Bradley. I mean,
I think I think what will be going through his mind now, just finish the race and he'll get points. So very sportsmanlike.
I don't know how Frederick has scored J-Mac and not got one damage yet. He's beyond me.
Fed by Gaming not looking like he can close that gap between him and AG30. Whether he's got, I think he's got more wing damage. Yes, Fed by Gaming.
Jesus. Those two Karens were wing damage at Honix.
Laugh.
And I also don't think I don't think AG30 has actually had any damage this race.
Yes, he has. When he made his piston, he repaired his wing.
Did he? Okay. Oh, Fed by Gaming, I think Fed's got more damage. He's clattered the wall at turn 1.
Oh, so these people are damage at Honix.
Yep. DB is actually closing. No, he's not. No, he's not. Never mind. Sorry, no. Yeah, sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry about that. Looks like G Marsh has brought that time down a little bit. Or has he? Not really sure. Grid looking pretty stagnant currently. There's no real battles going on.
Yep. So, do you want to go a bit off script? For a few moments?
Well, yeah, I guess. What were you thinking?
Let's talk about Christmas. We have nothing else to do.
Yeah. I'll just slowly cycle through the driver. Oh, Bradley's in the wall at sector 1.
Yep.
Just, he's got lots of wing damage.
What's your favourite Christmas movie?
What's my favourite Christmas movie? Probably Elf. Elf is one of those classics. Well, it's not classic, but it's one of those movies that you can have a laugh. Fed by Gaming into the box, pitting for a new front wing.
Into the pitch.
Oh yeah, he's got no front wing. He's pitting for.
Yeah, my favourite is Home Alone.
Home Alone, yeah, that is also that is a classic. That one's a
Grinch as well.
The Grinch. Yeah, I'm not really a person for watching movies, so I don't really watch many movies.
What's your favourite part of Christmas?
Probably like Christmas morning, like getting up and like the realization that it's Christmas. Like the night before you just don't get any sleep, and then Christmas morning you've got bags under your eyes, you're absolutely shattered, but yet you realise it's Christmas and you go downstairs and you know.
The fun thing about Christmas is well, the good thing about Christmas is, well, if you're up at 6, everyone else is gonna get up at 6. Yeah, the fun thing I like to do is, my dad usually don't ask on the way, so usually everyone, like me and my brother, my sister, and my ma, me, my brother, my sisters, and my ma, we all go into my dad and we all scream, "It's Christmas!" He's lazy, so.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want for Christmas the most today? No, not today.
Today?
I wish it was tomorrow.
Well, to be fair, I don't really have anything that I really want as such. I kind of, you know, I've kind of just asked for money. I don't really, there's nothing that I really want, but I can, obviously if there's something I want on the PS4, I can I've asked for money and like, or gift cards, so I could just go and get what I want. Obviously, I want to buy Project Cars 2, so I'm probably going to spend like some of my vouchers on that.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. What have you asked for then?
Oh, I'm getting a wheel.
You're getting a wheel, yeah, fair enough.
Want the Div 1 championship for Christmas.
Probably a I'm hoping for a G29 anyway.
Yeah, I know what I want. I want the Div 1 championship for Christmas.
Yeah, you want to pick up your bloody phone?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Christ. You haven't got a pony in fucking ages.
No, I haven't. I think the last podium I got probably.
France.
I didn't finish on the podium in France, did I? Yes, I did.
No, you came in France.
Yeah, I did. I fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was after France, wasn't it? Spain, Monaco, Canada, then France. Yeah, no, you're right. So I think it was France. Yeah.
Well, before
I believe it was
before
Austria.
France, it was Forza Ferrari all the goddamn way.
Someone just said they believe it's Austria.
No.
I don't think. No, I don't think I got one in Austria. I don't even know where I finished in Austria.
We finished in the wall for all we know. See, this is what happens when you get off script. Because there's nothing going on track. We might as well talk about Christmas, because you know it's less than a week. I mean, the one thing I hate with Christmas Eve is like literally I do not get any goddamn sleep.
Yeah, I feel like as you get older, especially for me, like these last 2 years or so, I haven't really been excited for. I haven't been excited for Christmas as I used to be, and that kind of upsets me, if I'm honest, because it's like, I don't know whether it's because obviously as you get older you go to secondary school, so it's like, and secondary schools, they don't really do much for Christmas. Obviously if you're in primary school you do like a nativity or, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
but when you go to secondary school they don't really do much. I mean, they'll do like a Christmas concert or something, but
it's just like no one gives a fuck.
That's
I want to keep the PGs and want to start, so what I have to say about it.
Yeah,
it's just no one cares.
Yeah, so I don't know whether it's that or if it's because I'm getting older and Christmas doesn't excite me as much anymore. But I mean, obviously Christmas excites me, but I don't feel Christmassy, if that makes sense.
If you aren't careful, I'll have to send the constructors' trophies to Norway.
Yeah, well, I mean,
if I'm not careful. Oh,
I mean,
AG30's run out of fuel.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear!
AG30's run out of fuel.
Oh.
I'm cleared by gaming.
Oh boy, this is a catastrophe.
That's crazy.
Bradley's gonna come in. No, okay, hang on. How far is Bradley on?
Nah, Bradley's like 2 laps down. He's not gonna.
Oh,
that's actually crazy.
I think Bradley might be. No,
and DB's run out of fuel. And has J Marsh run out of fuel? No, J Marsh has still got fuel. Frederick has still got fuel.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because in these cars you don't have any fuel mix. You have to manage your fuel by the gears. Everyone's running out of fuel, hands.
This is crazy. This is like a slow motion race. This is crazy.
You have DB, you have AG, you have Fairboy Gaming, Bradley, and I think J Martin. I mean, Frederick as well as being good driving. I think he's been, well, I'm trying to say, he's probably done some practice to know, and that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, here you go. This is coming through to the final lap now. Frederikas not running out of fuel yet.
Frederikas could be. Frederikas, I mean, it's not even calling up yellow. For J Marsh, just calling up the hill. We could see J Marsh out of fuel.
I think J Marsh.
Jesus Christ.
He's not run out of fuel yet, but
this is not a Christmas present for these guys.
it's not. Somebody's set. Yeah, put a yellow flag in sector 1, sector 2, sector 2 now. I think it could just be the guys that have ran out of fuel. Frederikas.
I think J Marsh has nearly run out of fuel. He has
Can't tell if Frederikas has run out of fuel or not. No, he's still got fuel. J Marsh still with fuel.
Oh my god! Man.
Imagine if Frederikas ran out of fuel, and then J Marsh inherited. I don't think that would happen. I think he's too close to the line.
Everyone's dead now.
You can do the honours today. I'll let you do the honours.
Oh well, thank you. Respect my mum. Frederikas, I mean, it's been a superb drive despite all the absolute cons at the end. Well, it's been a very good drive. I mean, as you see, it's on saving fuel, and he will come. I think J Marsh has run over it now. No, and here comes Frederikas. He will extend the championship lead and will come across the line. So in the race, everyone's win. He wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Excuse my Jesus.
J Marsh. Yeah.
Long way back in P2, and it's going to take an absolute age for the rest of the guys to finish. Will they even finish? Oh, J Marsh is still again. Yeah, J Marsh. He's lost the championship lead tonight. Oh, yes, my controller's gone dead.
Yeah, that's fine. J Marsh running out of fuel right before the line. Crosses the line to finish P2. And now we've got to wait for DB and AG30 to cross the line. Well, AG30 is about to cross the line.
DB's gonna take a fucking year.
Language.
I'm sorry.
But yeah.
Well done, guys.
Edgy finishes. What a hectic end.
It's a very hectic end. DB gonna get P3. I doubt he's gonna bin it on this final lap, going about 10 mile an hour. Well, 50 mile an hour. Around the streets of Monaco.
A few thousand years later.
This is the most intense gameplay I have ever seen on F1 2019.
No, he should finish. I hope he does anyway. Imagine he spun around and do things. That would be hilarious.
I don't even think that would be possible. I don't even think you'd be able to do donuts with like this low amount of fuel.
What? No. Not with this long windows.
This is like watching it in theatre mode. Yes, but like you know when it goes slow motion, this is what it's like.
Exactly. Well, anyway, here comes DB after a bony age. You were running at the podium spots. Excuse my language, just I'm excited because I'm finished school tomorrow.
Yeah, that.
Here comes DB. Well, I mean, it's got to say, I have no words. Anything is supposed to be absolutely mental. DB will come across the line like a snail. You'll come across the line and finish P. I will give you the good one now.
As Monaco Grand Prix go, that was pretty boring. To be fair, it was a wet race. It was a wet race. Can you invite the guys, by the way? Wet race.
I don't have any of them out of here, I think.
and I'm gonna have to do it now. Wet race, right? It was Monaco, and we only had one retirement. Can you just give me Frederick as his gamer tag, please? Okay. Frederick as what? What's the last bit? 98. There we go. I guess we better start the podium interviews then. We are currently joined by DB. J Marsh, hopefully, and Frederick as will join us, hopefully in a minute. Well done on your first podium in New Horizons, DB. It was a very solid, pretty solid drive. Obviously got that wing damage pretty early on.
Yeah.
Dropped down behind your teammate, but managed to get back up as he pitted. So obviously just have your thoughts on how that feels.
No, it feels very good. And also had low fuel mode for 3 laps. Me and Surty in the campus, we had low fuel mode for. I think Surty had it for 4 laps. I had it for 3 laps. So yeah, that was difficult there. Nearly didn't finish the race. I had about 25 seconds to finish it in.
Yeah, seeing we were looking at quite a lot of people, quite a few of the drivers were in low fuel mode for those final 2 laps or so. Feared by Gaming, also in low fuel mode, but
everyone apart from Badly.
Yes, two winners, actually not the 2 winners, sorry, P1 and P2. Managed to stay out of low fuel mode for right up until the end. So I'm going to move on to P2, which was J Marsh. Well done on the drive today. Obviously starting P3, I think you started, or P2. Sorry, P2. Obviously well done on the podium. I think Frederick has now overtaken you in the championship, but gonna have to check that. So there you go. So yeah, obviously let's have your thoughts on that race then.
After about the 7th lap, there's nothing really to say. There's obviously a little bit of racing to do at the start, but nothing. To be honest, nothing really happened. I just sort of drove the car around, saw people crash, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was a pretty boring race as commentating goes. Not many. Obviously, only one retirement, and not much drama.
Me and Lewis went a bit off script there.
Yeah, we got bored, so we started talking about Christmas. But anyway, before we go off again, we're gonna talk to the race winner, Frederick has. Well done on the win. Putting yourself into the lead of the championship now. Hopefully, you can extend that lead. Go on to maybe win it even. Just have your thoughts on that race win.
I mean, I'll try and do my best for race of the season as well, of course, but the race itself today was kind of influenced by not having too many people starting. J Marsh was obviously here, so he would be a contender. But then he got stuck behind DB at the start, so I kind of pulled away, and then nothing really happened, to be honest. I was just concentrating on keeping the car on the road the entire way, because it's slippery, and first and second gear in these cars it's awful driving out of corners. So I was trying to coast and lift, and I guess that helped me on the low fuel mode that everyone else seemed to struggle with. And I mean, I mean, it was a calm race. Of course, I tangled a bit with Marsh when trying to pass him, but I shouldn't have gone for a move where I did, but solid soft in the end.
Yeah, I did see your the rear end of your car did step out a few times. Was that due to setup issues, or was that was that the torque? Not the instant torque. Sorry, that's Formula E. The torque, or was tires? What was it?
I mean, it's not about the tires because it steps out all the time, but these cars are different than the Formula 1, and when I'm driving with medium traction, then I'm not used to being that careful in the throttle, so I'm trying to just use the gears in order to keep it on track and short shift a bit, and then hopefully it works out today. So.
Okay. As I said, well done on the win. Taze, have you got anything to say?
What track is next?
I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna. I don't think many people know, but we'll check that, and obviously we'll see you next year after Christmas, as we will not be here next Thursday
everyone.
for as that's Boxing Day, and it's the winter break. So obviously Merry Christmas to anyone watching, and obviously Frederick Haas and J Marsh. Well done again, Frederick Haas, for the race win, and well done on the podium, J Marsh. We're gonna wrap things up here now. So yeah, good race, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.